Talk About It Tuesday. Let's Talk About It, the podcast. I am your host, Cheryl. My co host, Saterica, she would join us later on this afternoon. This is the youth edition. And as you see, I do have a co host with me. Her name is Sarai. As you guys know, Sarai. So she's going to kind of fill in a little bit until Saterica is able to join us. We have a very, very special guest tonight. As I said, this is our Let's Talk About It, the youth edition. I'm just so amazed by this young lady that's coming on. She's just like just killing it just in everything in what she's doing. I'm just gonna let her come in. Her name is Kamaya, and I am going to let Kamaya to tell you about who she is and her name and where she's from. So, welcome, Kamaya. I am so glad that you are here with us this evening.
Thank you.
If you don't mind, why don't you just start by telling the audience, our viewers and our listeners, because this is also going to be streamed on Spotify and our iHeartRadio. Those are our channels. Why don't you just give them a little bit information about who you are, where you come from, where you was born, and all of that.
My name's Kamaya Logan, and I live in San Antonio, Texas, but I'm originally from Missouri, Columbia. And about me, I'm 10 years old. I do dance and modeling at Absolute Dance Company and Angie Professional Company, and I love doing dance and modeling. It's really passionate about me, and I think that when I do it, I'm in my comfort zone, and it's really just a place where I'm able to express myself and have my feelings.
Okay. So you said that it's your comfort zone. What actually inspired you to want to get into dancing and modeling?
What inspired me to do dancing? Because at first I had started dancing, and then I had recently got invited to a modeling thing for fun with a few of my friends from dance, and I got picked, and my mom just kept getting calls and calls and calls from Miss Becky and a lot more people, and it was really fun. But I started off dancing with my mom talking to a few people and getting me into dancing, and when I got to dancing, I had a really big smile on my face. I walked in, and my first show was actually Annie and Lion King, and I started off practicing my Annie dance, and then right after that, a few months after, I started doing modeling. And modeling, it was just for fun at first, but then we had actually started doing it more and more, and it was really cool.
Okay, all right. So do you have one style of dance that you like better than the other, or you just like all kind of genres of dancing?
I actually like all because all are fun and they're all new and different, and you can learn different types of things.
Okay, all right. And you said that you grew up in Texas.
Yep.
Okay, what part of Texas are you guys living in? What part of Texas did you grow up in?
I live in San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio. So is that big? Is that a pretty big city?
Yep.
Like, how many people would you say it were?
A million.
Million. Okay. All right. So I know that your mom and their family, they actually come from. I see Risa looking. Hey.
Hey.
I know they come from here at Columbia, Missouri, and everything. So do you ever come back here to Columbia to visit?
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot.
with grandpa, grandma,
Mama and Papa.
grandma, and grandpa. That's right, and you continue to do that. Okay.
Yep.
So with modeling. Uh, well, let's go back. Is this something that you always wanted to do? Did you just know that this is something that you wanted to do, or
Modeling and dance, I've been wanting to do my whole life because it's really cool and I think it's really fun to do.
so? Do you have a favorite dancer or a model?
I have my favorite dancer. I have my favorite dancer as Philip Wright, and then my favorite model is Zendaya.
Is who? I'm sorry,
Zendaya is my favorite model.
Zendaya. Yeah, I think that she's pretty cool. You like Zendaya?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Goodness. So, right, you have any question? Ask her a question?
Um. No, not really.
Not really, not at this time. And I asked Sarai this when she was here, so I'm gonna ask you too. Um, what's on your bucket list? You got a bucket list?
No, I do not have a bucket list.
You don't have bucket list?
Oh, my bucket list.
Bucket list?
I'm currently trying to go to New York in February.
What are you gonna do in New York?
I'm gonna be in a fashion show for Fashion Week.
Okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit about those fashion shows because I know that we've seen you in some fashion shows on Facebook. What are some fashion shows that you've participated in so far?
I've been in the Austin Fashion Week. I've been in Generation Fashion Week, LA Fashion Week, and I recently did a fundraiser.
Okay. So with LA Fashion Week, well, just tell us about the experience that you had. Were you excited? Were you nervous? Or you just like, I've got it? Because your confidence level that we see in those videos and on the pictures, the photos, and also they're just awesome. I mean, you just got it. So are you nervous when you go to those or
Actually, I'm pretty confident. I really think that when you go, it's really a new experience for you to learn because it's awesome because you get to travel and go to places that you've never been to, and it's really cool.
okay, cool, cool. So you making new friends when you go to do that?
Yep.
Okay, all right. So are there is like a lot of kids that comes there, or is it mixture? So do they have like a kids fashion week and then an adult, or you just
So
participate all at one time?
about 40 kids
Okay,
participate.
okay, all right. So do you like dancing or modeling the best?
I think I like dancing a little bit better, but then I really do like modeling as well.
Okay, all right. Um, so if when you go to New York to Fashion Week, what can we expect to see?
Modeling and just confidence.
Just confidence, okay. So are you doing any type of um, shoots for like magazines or anything like that?
Not at the moment, but I know I will be definitely doing some.
Okay, I know that's right. I know that's right. Um, can you show us a move? Can you show us a modeling move? You got some room back there to show everybody's modeling room.
Yep.
Okay,
You want me to do a walk or a pose or do both?
do a walk.
Okay.
Okay, okay, all right. Get it, girl. I love it. Yeah, I love that. You're just so awesome. You are.
Thank you.
Um, I know that mom supports you a lot. What other type of support do you have out there?
I
And
have my sister, aka my manager. I have my mom's best friend, Jared. I have my Aunt Raquel. I have my mama and papa, and basically just my whole entire family.
that's important. That's wonderful. That's a blessing.
My uncle Chris
Um,
as well.
huh?
My uncle Chris as well.
Your Uncle Chris as well. Oh, that is awesome. Um, so what's the hardest thing? Oh,
I'm scared.
you okay?
It's okay.
You okay?
Talk to her.
My family just supporting me my whole life.
Oh,
She said her family supports her whole life.
oh, that is so wonderful. That you're such a that's a blessing to have. And I think that you know that, and I think that seeing the emotion that's coming on. Oh my God, you're gonna make me get emotional. But the emotion that you're displaying to us right now just shows that that you're really grateful and you're thankful for that, and that says a whole lot about your character and who you are, because you have a lot of kids that have the supportive environment and everything, but still yet they don't realize that the support and everything in which they have. So seeing that emotion that you're displaying to us right now is just, I mean, it's just wonderful. It's
Thank
very
you.
touching, very touching. Oh, you okay? Yeah. As I told you guys, this is how we do it here. We go live, and you know, these are some touchy moments that we'll be having. And I thank to all our viewers which are out there. We're streaming from our live stream in our studio. I know that we have viewers that are online, so if you're leaving messages, I'm not able to see at this point in time. Um,
I think I can
Yo,
see.
I can see some of them.
but yeah, it's just such a blessing. And again, thank you for being here with us. We
You're
definitely
welcome.
definitely appreciate it. Um, let's talk about school for just 1 second. How are you able to do all of this and keep up with schoolwork and all that too?
Well, normally I do school first in the day from 7:45 to 3, and then if I have dance or modeling, I'll go to dance and modeling depending on like the time. So normally I'm there by 6, either 8, 7, 9. It just really depends on the time that the person or people that I'm working with want me there.
Okay, all right. Um, so how do you think that everything you're dancing and you're modeling, how's that helping you to be successful in school?
Well, okay, I'll focus on school a lot because I want to make sure my grades are really good and I don't want to fail. And then modeling and dance are helping me because I know that I'll focus on my dancing as well as modeling, and then I'll start school. So normally when I come home from school, if I have like homework or any work that I need to get done from school, I'll do my work, and then after that I'll focus on my dance and modeling.
Okay, all right. So you think that these are skills, like leadership skills that you're learning, how to manage time management skills. So you think that that the art itself is kind of helping you with your academic achievements and everything.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about with friends and everything? How you play a leadership role with your friends? I imagine you being a dancer and everything, and everybody's wanting to look up, to you and everything when you go to school and they see you on the fashion runway and everything. So how does that work with your leadership skills?
Normally, when I'm at school, I try to help my friends and help them if they need help. And then, like, sometimes at recess, we'll be able to, like, just play and think about us and, like, have fun and not have to think about all the, like, I guess you could say, hard work or, like, just that stuff that's on our mind. We can focus on us and have, like, just some time to play.
Okay, all right. And your teachers, but how do they treat you? Do they treat you good when you come back and they've seen you from Fashion Week or LA? They're treating
They're
you
really, 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 really nice and sweet.
good, 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 good. What grade you going to be in this year?
Fifth grade.
Okay, have you started school yet?
No, I start August 28th.
August 20th. What grade you going to be in fifth grade? You said.
Yep.
Okay, so is that like elementary school?
Yeah.
Wow, wow. Uh, so do you think you ever get up in the television?
I think one day. I think one day I will.
I'm sorry, you think what?
I think one day I will.
One day you will be. Okay, all right. Um, you also mentioned that you recently done a fundraiser. Tell
Yeah.
us about that fundraiser.
Fashion for smiles.
It was a Fashions for Smiles fundraiser. It was for kids battling cancer, and I was in a couple of runways and a couple like walks for people, and it was really really fun and really fun to do because it was really really emotional at the end of the show because there was kids battling cancer in this one line, and it was really really cute and really really sweet.
Oh,
What
oh.
was cute? The kids that had the
Yes, mom.
well, tell them the
With
kids that had
respect.
Yeah,
the
the kids
kids
are really cute.
the kids that was battling cancer got to model too.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is so sweet. And
And
that, yeah. Oh,
also when she goes to fashion weeks, it's hundreds of people, but it's mostly like adult fashion lines, but they have the opportunity for the kids line to be in there too.
okay. All right. That is just so awesome. Awesome. And I think on one of the posts I may have put, a youth child dancer, youth model, a youth philanthropist. And I don't know, do you know what a philanthropist is?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So that's somebody who gives back, and usually you see that in the form of money. But a philanthropist, I also call a philanthropist is somebody who also dedicates their time and just being able to give back. So I think
Mhm.
that you should pat yourself on the back because you are a youth philanthropist. You're showing us how it can be done. You're giving back your time. When you were in that fashion show, you're giving your time to promote a cause to someone that needed help. So
And that's her second one. That's her second one. Her first one is for Sue, and it's for interior design, and it's for women who battle cancer.
okay,
And she has that fashion show is coming up again this November 18th.
November the 18th, and where's that going to be at, Risa?
It's in San Antonio.
San Antonio. Okay, all right. Well, we'll definitely be looking out for the videos and all that if we can't be there in person for you. But yeah, pat yourselves up on the back, pat yourself up on the back, and you too, mom, because you're doing a great job with her, and you
Thank
can
you.
tell that the values and everything that she's had and still come from strong roots. It says a lot about you. So pat yourself up on the back too as well. But yeah, and I love seeing our youth today standing up and taking that leadership role and using their gifts in which they have in order to help someone else because that's what it's about.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
let's see here. We talked about your favorite model. What's most you like about Zendaya?
Zendaya, she's
Zendaya,
really,
my
really.
bad.
Zendaya, she really just stunts her walk and on the runway. I think she's really, really pretty, and she really is working it.
She's working it.
Yep.
Yes, she is. She's grown up now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really grown up.
I mean, I think it's like, wow. I think I seen her in a grown up movie or something. Sometime there, it's like, wow. Um, so for kids that would want to get up into this industry, what would be some tips? And would you, as a child, what would you give? What would be some tips you give to them?
Just go for it.
Just go for it.
Yep. Just
Yeah. What about eating? Do you have to eat right? Do you have is a special diet?
She's everything.
Hey, we're twins over here. I eat everything too.
um. So, like, what's your dance company who you dance for?
I dance for Appany's dance company, and then sometimes I'll go visit Dallas and dance at Indie Professional Co.
Okay. All right. Um. Question.
Um, if you had to pick between, well, what type of genres of dance do you
I I do production a lot, but I really like contemporary and lyrical.
do? Okay, so if you had to pick between contemporary and lyrical, which one would you pick?
Contemporary because with contemporary you can do like point your toe and like lyrical. Normally you're not really supposed to do tricks, but in contemporary you're allowed to do like tricks, a little bit
Yeah,
tricks.
that's like if I had to choose between, I would probably pick contemporary too,
Yeah.
because it's more on technique.
Yes.
And I have no clue about techniques and any of things. So you guys are educating me on on all of this. We just get out there, we just dance. So um, thank you for the education up on that. Is there a special kind of music that you like? What kind of music you like?
For music, I kind of like all music. I think every music has its different, what can you say, like different like
Feel?
genre. Yeah, basically mean.
Okay, all right. So is there one form of music genre of music that you feel that is best for modeling or dancing that you can really vibe to, or you just kind of just like vibe to it all?
Vibe with anything.
It's good. Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't have to say
Okay. Um, tell me what's one favorite thing that you did this past summer?
I went to Mississippi and I got to see my cousins.
Okay. All right. What part of Mississippi did you go?
Horn Lake.
Yeah, Horn Lake.
Okay. All right. What as far as teaching someone, if you had to teach another kid how to do it, where would you start? Where would you start? Would you start from the modeling or the dancing, and why?
I think I would start with modeling because modeling sometimes in dance you have to like walk in it. So I think if you started off with modeling, they would already have it down when you like if you teach a dance.
Okay, all right. So, do you think that this is something that any kid could do? You
I
know,
think everyone can do it.
you could think everybody. It depends upon the mindset, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep, depends upon the mindset. Exactly. Um, what's your favorite outfit? Because I've seen you wearing some pretty outfits out there. What's the favorite outfit that you ever?
I have two favorite outfits, and my first one is the one I wore for LA Fashion Week, and then my second one is the one I wore for Austin Fashion Week slash interior designs.
So, when Fashion Week, how much preparation do you have to do for Fashion Week? Do you prefer like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the boom, or just
All
All
week.
week.
all week? So, do you have like a tutor that goes with you when you have to be up all week, or
My sister and my mom.
hi? So, um, or do you have to go? Can you attend classes by video, or how do you?
Sometimes they can be in person and on like video.
Okay, all right. And then, when you get finished with Fashion Week, what's some of the first things you do when you're all done? What do? You come home and rest, or just
Normally, I like to do TikToks or like make bracelets or like
what's
color.
what's your TikTok handle?
Wait, say that again, please.
What's your TikTok handle? You better throw that out there. Promote your stuff.
It's Kamaya Logan, and for like the top of like the screen, like name, I have it as Maya because the last two letters of my name are Maya.
All right. You also have a Facebook page too, as well, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and that Facebook page is
Kamaya Logan.
Maya Logan. So you guys heard it. You make sure that you go over there to her page. You like, share, and just follow her because she's doing some amazing things with her out there. Who's your favorite teacher? You better
My
watch it now.
favorite teacher. Hmm.
Well, from dance and modeling.
I
Well,
like
let's say
all
no
my
for school. Do you have a favorite teacher for school so far? I know you get ready to go into the fifth grade and everything, but so far, have who's been your favorite
One of my favorite teachers so far have been Miss W
teacher? Okay, and why?
because she's really sweet and she's really funny. She's really funny.
It's really funny.
And she loves Bluey.
Okay, what kind of movies do you like?
I like scary movies and comedy movies and like Disney movies.
Have you been out to see Barbie this year?
No.
Did you want to see Barbie?
Yes.
I would say that Barbie is definitely a like I would want to go see it. If I were you, I would definitely want to go see it. It's really fun and it's really fun.
It's funny. Yeah. So what's the big thing about Barbie, you guys? Help me, because I mean, like me, I'm not gonna tell my age, but obviously I'm trying to figure out what this Barbie thing, this Barbie hype is all about.
Well,
What's
really, since Barbie's been out, it's been like on cartoon, and it's really exciting because it's in real life
Yeah.
and it's really been trending.
And then
okay?
the background theme that they have is really cool. Like colorful.
Well, I know her house sure has not changed since I was a little girl. I think that I had one of the original Barbie townhouses, and I was going back through some old pictures of mine, and it was 3-story high, of course, but it's nothing like she didn't have all that digital stuff and computerized and technology that you guys are seeing today. So it's like, wow, Barbie's doing it. She's you know leveled up, I guess. Um, what do you do outside when you're not dancing and out at school? What's your downtime like?
Normally, I'll either hang out with family or I'll like make bracelets because I love making bracelets, and I'm also
And flipping.
yeah flipping because I want to make a bunch of bracelets before school starts.
You want to learn what? I'm sorry.
I want to make a bunch of bracelets before school starts.
Before school starts. And you said you like to make what?
I like to make I like to make TikToks and make bracelets.
Okay. So, um, you have a favorite one that you've made so far?
I think it's this pink and like white bracelet I've made so far.
Okay. And how'd you get into doing that?
Well, for Christmas, I was like, I want to start making bracelets. So I asked for a bracelet set for Christmas, and my mom surprised me with it.
Oh, goodness. Um, who's your best friend?
I have a lot.
Oh, you don't want to say.
Better be careful. They might be
Yeah,
watching.
that's what I said. You better be careful. Camera is on.
Mm, Megan, um, and then that's a friend from dance is Megan, one of mine,
She can't stand.
and then I have from school. I would say that's hard because I have a bunch of friends. Nevea.
Okay. All right. So what do you guys do?
In dance, we
Or
like to
out
laugh.
of when you're not in dancing and everything, what's some fun things that you guys do?
We call since it's summer. We obviously haven't planned anything. We call and then we joke around, like we say like funny jokes to each other or like riddles.
All right. Oh goodness. What's your favorite subject in school?
I love reading.
You love to read.
hmm
What's the things you like to read?
I like to read comedy books or chapter books.
Chapter book.
Yeah,
Okay.
because chapter books they're like longer than like the books that are like this big, and then they have like very minimum pages.
Okay. All right. So do you like a mystery chapter book or a comical chapter book or
I kind of like the books that are kind of like movies, because they're like the superhero movies are like cool because then they're like they create it in a book and it's like super fun and like fun to read.
I know I'm like, see, you guys call them chapter books. I don't even know if they even call them chapter books. That's what I'm saying. Things have done changed. I mean, I'm old school. I'm old fashioned. I just call a book with a bunch of chapters up in it. But I like the way how you guys are, these are chapter books. Um,
And my uncle Taiki, he was in an entire fashion show slash Felix Tambora show, and he modeled. He got to model in a line with me.
okay. All right. Wow. And man, I haven't seen your Uncle Taiki in years. So if he's looking or anywhere out there, hi Taiki.
He
How are
already
you?
told her. He said, "I know that whole entire family."
Yes, he does. We go a long way back. We do go a long way back, and I've always thought you guys were such a beautiful and nice family, and that, and your mom and Reese's mom and parents and everything like that. I remember when our kids was up in drill team together, Ike and Saterica, who's the co-host of this. That's how we began to know one another, and I always thought that you guys were just a beautiful family. So again, I appreciate you guys coming on here and doing this for us.
You're welcome.
Risa, I want to ask you a question. As a parent, what advice would you give to other parents in reference of getting their child in the modeling and dancing?
She had my other daughter has epilepsy, and so when she was younger, it's still bad, but it's not as bad as it was. She would have like 15, 17 seizures a day, and Kamaya would cry behind her. And one time we went to I had to take her to the hospital in an ambulance, and Kamaya stood at the door and cried, "Why my sister?" And so I was like, I got to get her in her own thing. And so how I got her in dance was my friend I work with, her friend owned the dance studio. And so she told me about him, and I took Kamaya over there, and then they introduced us to Miss Becky. So it was Miss Bianca and Amber. And then Miss Becky is her coach from Dallas, and they introduced us to Miss Becky. Well, they had a workshop in
When we first started
October,
dancing.
and the girls asked, could Kamaya come? And I was like, sure. And then right after the workshop, Miss Becky called me and asked me how she did. And I was like, no. But my brother was a model before. And I was just like, no. And she's asking, could she keep stay in it? And I was like, we'll see, sure. And then and sometimes it do get hard because it is a little bit costly, but sometimes it do get hard. But sometimes I'll be like, I want to take her out, and then I'll be like, no, because what if this is really her calling?
Right.
If this really her destiny, and it's like a high point, a hit, and then I'll be like, well, maybe this leave her in there a little bit, a while longer, and see what happens.
Mhm.
But I don't never want to be the parent like just pull her out because I'm frustrated.
Right.
So I want her to keep doing like what she likes and what she wants to do because that even makes it even better.
Mhm.
And she's a real humble little girl. Like I don't have problems with grades in school. She's a good girl and she's very respectful
A plus.
and she does a really good job.
Mhm. Yeah. Like I said, I can definitely tell that, just from, her dialogue that she's given us and everything. Yeah, the yes ma'ams and and just the emotion which she showed just a second ago. You could tell that in her character that she's a very humble and grateful young lady. And that is such a blessing. And I know you as a mom, Risa, that you are definitely got to be proud of her.
Yes, I'm proud of her.
Yeah,
I
like
know a lot of people ask me that. I'd be like, yes, she's just my 10-year-old daughter. And because after I see her hit the runway or after I see her dance, it's always like, I don't really have to worry about, like, I thank God every day, I don't have to worry about her being stuck up, being mean, or none of that. She's just like, I'm 10. And she does, right when she's done, she's back flipping on her iPad,
mhm.
running around just like a normal kid.
Yeah. Oh, that is just like I said, that's just a wonderful and then she's balancing it out, She's balancing it out well. And again, it goes back to you, mom, of how you're raising her because we can see where kids when they're getting the spotlight so much as has she like she's has at sometimes, the attitudes and egos just start coming in, but you're managing to balance it well. So to me, that says a lot about how mom is definitely raising you is to always keep that level head. So, yes, thank you, Risa. Thank you for giving us such as beautiful. And I say us because even though we are so many, we're 100 miles away, but your mom is offering you to giving us you and your gifts to the world. And I'm thankful for that because I enjoy seeing the photographs. I enjoy seeing the modeling. It's just a blessing. It's so inspirational. I know, to other kids as well, that are sitting here. Like I have Sarai here with me, and she's here, in Columbia. But just seeing your work and everything like that, that helps, for kids like her who really doesn't have a whole lot of opportunities because of the location which you're at, is to really keep on wanting to strive and keep on going forward and everything. So,
Thank you. And her sister
Thank
helps her a
you.
lot. She might have epilepsy, but she keeps me on my toe. Mom, we need to buy this. We need dates, honey. Every time you turn around, she needs a planner.
she's a busy girl. She's gonna need her personal assistant here. So she's a busy girl. Yes, ma'am. Um, I know we talked a little bit about the fundraiser in which you had just recently done.
Yes, ma'am.
Were you guys able to meet your goal?
The for the whole as a whole they did. It was Zaraya, and she's a teenager too, and she was the one who put the fundraiser together for Gabrielle Smiles, and she reached her goal. Her goal was 3,000, but I think she got
She went
over
over.
3,000. She got like
Wow.
4 or 5,000. She raised $4 or 5,000, and it was a very touching fashion show
Mhm.
because the kids also that had the cancer, they got to walk in it too, and they were so beautiful.
Oh, I
They got
bet.
to be their favorite princess or like Disney
Yeah,
character.
they was basically their Disney characters or princess,
Oh, that is so.
and we even had a little Spider-Man too.
Oh, that is just so beautiful. How old were the kids? Did they range just from various ages?
I think they was like
Six,
11.
seven,
They
11.
was like 11 and under.
Right. So is this going to be like an annual fundraiser thing or?
I think she's gonna start doing it annually. Zariah is. It was her first one she put together, but she's a very humble little girl too. She's just a teenager, and she was able to put together the fashion show with the help of her parents, and she also volunteers at Gabrielle Smiles.
Wow. So you have this young lady that's what, 10 years old, you said? And
No,
she's,
she's like third. No,
13 or 14,
no,
about.
she's a freshman, so she's about 14, 13 or 14.
wow. And was able to put together this fashion show.
Yes, she's a
Under,
model too.
okay, wow. That's very, very impressive. Very impressive. Um, let's talk a little bit. I know that when Sarai was here, we were asking her some questions in reference to community, like and issues that were concerning to her. Sarai did talk a little bit about like bullying in schools and everything like that, and some changes and stuff that she would like to see. So we're going to ask you the same kind of question. Are there issues that you are concerning for you?
Oh, school, there's a lot of people who are mean, and I'm gonna tell the truth. It's mostly the boys, because the boys are always mean. And then there was last year there was this one boy, and he kept on like, I guess you could say, he kept on like saying bad things about people. And I had heard it one time. I had told the teacher, and because I didn't want this to keep on happening, because it's not nice, it's rude to talk about someone. And I had told the teacher, and I told her, well, I had told the teacher that I didn't like this, because they were talking a few there. It was a little bit about me and then some of my other friends that I have, and didn't like it. So I was like, this has to be told.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. And I'm you used to remember this. I think Risa may remember that we used to hear this thing about, oh, if a boy hits you and picks on you, now one thing or another, that they must like you. And I kind of grew up with that, that saying too as well. But as you start getting older, and even right now, that you're a human and you have feelings and you deserve to be treated with respect and everything.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
if people are just like bullying you and picking on you like that, that's not a love affection. That's kind of be, and I know people, they kind of bully because they only have their own stuff, but still, yeah, we've got to stop the bullying. Because we're getting ready to head back to school.
Yes, ma'am.
What would be some things in which you would like for to change in your school or anywhere else for that matter?
Well, with my school that I go to, there's a lot of like bad behavior in my school. Like sometimes kids will run around the halls and like scream like inappropriate words, and I'll be in the bathroom and I'll be hearing it, and I'll be like, I probably shouldn't go out there, because normally they'll either like sometimes like they'll hit you, and I don't want to like be hit by someone. And it can be in any type of classroom. It could be in any type of grade. So sometimes they'll be like little kids, like pre-Ks or kindergartners, like screaming at you. And then last year there was this one person, and there was this one fourth grader. We were taking the STAR test, and they were yelling in the halls while we were taking the STAR test, so we couldn't like focus on our like work.
So yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm, mm. If if you had a cause, um, that you wanted to, and I guess let's go back to the question I just asked you. What would be the main thing? Is it bullying would be your thing? You want to raise awareness about bullying? Would that be your thing?
Yeah, I definitely think that bullying needs to stop, because it affects people, a lot of people, in fact. And it's really hard for you and like other people, because like let's say that someone's talking behind their back, and then they find out about it, and then they're like crying, bursting their eyes. It's really sad. So I think bullying needs to stop.
Hmm. I agree with you. It hurts.
Hmm.
I like that. Yeah. I definitely agree with you. And that I mean, if it's kids or adults, bullying needs to stop, and the gossip needs to stop because those
Yeah.
things do hurt people, you know. And we're supposed to be about a culture where we can love one another.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, do outside of those organizations in which you had volunteered for, are there any other organizations out there that you volunteer for?
She's been to it's called Neighbors, Feed the Neighbors, and we go help feed the homeless. And it's not one of my customers. It's what her church do, and I have took them a couple of times. They really enjoy it.
Not bad.
Like putting the bags of food together is
We
really,
prep
really
it and
fun.
then we drive down there and we pass it out.
Oh,
And then it's just nice and cool to see like all these people getting food. Sometimes we give them scarves, we give them plates, we give them
Clothes,
yeah, a bunch of clothes, apples, fruit,
oh,
toiletries.
anything they can eat.
oh, that's very sweet and kind of you. Very
Thank
sweet
you.
and kind. Oh, again, Risa, you're bringing her up well. Um, anything for you? Do you have anything?
No.
Okay, all right. Um, so what's a goal for school that you would like to get accomplished this year? You have
A
questions?
goal for school is to, I think, because last year I had my science grade was it was good. It wasn't bad, but I think I could do better on it.
Okay, all right. Um, so what's your least favorite subject in school then?
Math,
Why?
because okay, the
She
thing
loved
Everybody
math
says that.
facts. She
the
loved
I know
math facts.
you love
the,
math, but
yeah, the thing
everybody be
about
like
me is
math.
that math facts I can do math facts, but sometimes like when the adding and subtracting doesn't make sense, I'll get confused and I'll like go crazy.
So what about any pageants? Have you been in any pageants at all?
No, ma'am.
No? You have a desire to be in any pageants?
Mm,
Yeah.
kind of, not really.
You got a lot going on now. So but I mean if that opportunity come, would it be I mean, would you or just
I
kind of
think
pass it off
I
like
would do it. I think I would.
so you definitely are into more you want to do some print modeling in the catalogs and and all one thing another and keep doing the runway shows and all that.
I think I would like to experience all, but then I would like to do one at a time just to get used to it.
All right. So if you weren't doing if you didn't want to go for being a dancer, modeler, what's some other things in which you would be doing?
A tennis player
A
or
really?
a gymnast.
Okay, or gymnast. Okay, tennis player.
Yes.
Really? What do you
Yes.
like about tennis?
Tennis, I think it's really cool because you can learn how to like and then you learn how to focus on the ball.
Right. So keep your focus. So is there a favorite tennis player that you have?
I'm not for sure of my tennis player, my favorite one yet, because I think everyone's pretty good. So I'm still looking on that one.
Yeah. So do you have a favorite quote from anyone? I know you're in fifth grade and everything, but you may not.
What I tell you?
So,
What God has in store for you is for you.
amen. You better say that. All right, claim it. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Again, you guys, we're talking with Kamaya. Kamaya Logan. She is a youth dancer, a youth model, a youth philanthropist. I'm going to put that title up on her. I'm going to call her that. She is in Texas, San Antonio, Texas. She's had some fashion show experience, some photography experience, and she's just one amazing and beautiful kid. I don't know if anyone out there in our audience have any questions so far. Someone said that you're very respectful and that they love it. And your grandma said, "Say it." Grandma says, "Say it." Is there anything else to the audience you want them to know about Kamaya?
One I think I would want them to know about me is that when it comes to me, I think that there's a chance that I might be shy around you more
Really?
than I.
Huh? What?
Yes. Like if it's my first time meeting you, I'll be like quiet, just like a tiny bit. But then the more I guess I'm there, I'll start talking, and then I'll be a little bit more confident.
Yeah. All right. Um, I think I could be that way. You know, it takes, and look, I'm going to see you ready to make me tell my age, girl. Shoot. And I could be that way too. And that's perfectly fine. You know, it's okay to, because you want to be comfortable, and made to feel comfortable before you go. How about with public speaking? You like to speak in front of a lot of people?
No.
Don't say no because you already are.
I haven't done it before, but this is my first time.
Well, you're doing a wonderful job, as I knew
Thank
that
you.
you would. I knew that you would. You got it all, the talent you have, a very, very pleasant attitude behind you, a character behind you. So I definitely see nothing but great things happening, you know, to you as you're moving, throughout life and everything. And trust me, we're going to be monitoring you and following you and seeing what you're doing. And we're gonna be like your second moms up out here and dads, and all you're gonna be like, oh my God, they're getting on my nerves. And when it comes time to college, I know that you're only in fifth grade, but have you thought about college? Or is that too far off?
Okay. I've said that I did want to go because I kind of want to start a little bit early. Like I kind of want to start doing more things a little bit earlier than school because I'm not a huge fan of school.
All right, okay.
School is
We'll see. Listen to her. She is just too cute. Oh my God, she is so cute. She's so
I just
sweet.
don't like the school setting.
yeah, and the school air is terrible.
The school
School
setting.
air is terrible.
Yes, the school air is nice and cold, but like let's say that you have a like your hair is fresh, and then you come back home, your hair is all over the place. Crazy.
Is it the humidity down there? Is
Probably.
it has been hot?
It is very hot down here.
Very hot. How hot is it today?
It was 105.
Ooh-wee.
105.
Yes.
Oh,
Wow.
like the lowest I think is 96 so far.
This
Wow.
summer, yeah.
Yeah, the summer it's the lowest is 96.
So what do you do to stay cool?
I have the fans all over me. The fans have to be very close.
Yeah. What about um are there any weird animals down there? Like armadillos or anything like that? Do you
Yep, I seen one dead in the street this morning.
really? So what do you guys do? Do you not I mean I would freak out. Like run or what? Do they
Well, there's like little lizards, like little gecko lizards.
Oh yeah, you'll find lizards and geckos all over the pool.
Sometimes they get in your house,
Ew.
but they like little bitty. And you might just see them sitting outside. One might run past you. And me and her was out one day, and a coyote ran past her, but she didn't know what it was, and she
A
thought it
what?
was a
Did you say a
fox.
coyote?
Yeah, it was a coyote, and she thought it was a
Oh
fox.
no.
But it went one way, and she went the other way.
We were door dashing, and I had heard something in like the tree or like under the truck because I had a truck, and I thought it was a fox because I had seen orange. So I thought it was a fox, but it ran. I had dropped the food, and I wasn't meaning to drop the food, and I had a drink in my hand. But I had almost dropped the drink. Like the drink, so this is the drink and this is the food. The food drops and the drink is about to fall and I catch it so the drink doesn't spill all over the place and they don't see the mess. So I picked up, but the food it was like in a to go box, I guess you could say. So the food was okay, but it might have got like mixed up. But the drink, I had to hold on it for dear
Oh.
life.
The
And
coyote ran right past her.
I was so scared.
Oh my gosh, I can just imagine. I don't know what I would freak out. I would
I was
freak.
terrified.
Do we have any questions out there from our audience out there? Saterica says that she's watching. Sarah Brashaw says that um, you're an amazing
Thank
young
you.
girl. Continue blessings. And Grandpa says, "Do your thing, twin. Do your thing." Again, we are all so proud of you. You're just an amazing, and definitely you got blessings all over you. You do. It's just
Thank you.
yeah, and very grateful. Um, so tell us about your next thing, which is coming up again, so that the audience will know.
Evening. Mm, my
November
next thing
18th,
is November 18th and December 2nd. For November 18th, I have an interior design fashion show.
October 21st, Dallas Fashion Week.
And then December is a dance show.
Okay, all right,
In
and all of those are going to be in San Antonio.
December 9th. I
Yes,
remember
one will
before that.
be Dallas Fashion Week is in Dallas though in October.
Okay. Anything you want to say about your dance company or anything like that? You want to give a shout out to them or anything?
Miss Becky. Shout out to Miss Becky and Amber and Mars. And they're great. And Miss Bianca. They're great. They're amazing people.
Oh, she is just too sweet. Oh my gosh. So Miss Becky and Bianca and who else did you say, hon?
Amber, Miss
Amber. She
Cynthia,
said that you all are great and
Mars,
you
my
guys do,
mom.
yeah.
Amber.
Everybody. Again, you are just a blessed child. You have so many people there that are supporting you with everything and what you're doing. So, and that itself, I cannot, you know, reiterate enough times that supportive family and friends and dance family network, modeling family network that you have is very, very strong and something to be grateful for and everything. Sarai, do you have any closing remarks or questions for her?
No, but I would like to tell you that our co-host Saterka, she said thank you, Kamaya, and I would definitely want you back when I can make
So, Saterica, we want
Thank
you back
you.
on here. So I hope you come back um in the next few months. So we'll let we'll keep up with you. We're gonna follow you. Again, her page is Kamaya Logan. She's on Facebook. She's also on TikTok. Any other pages that you have?
Instagram and Facebook.
Okay. Did you say Instagram?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so she's on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. What about YouTube?
No, but I want to start one and start to edit it.
Okay. All right. So just continue to follow her. I know that a lot of our listeners and our viewers come from our Facebook page. So you guys make sure that you're going over there again, like, follow, share Kamaya on her journey. We'll be continuing to follow up with her and checking back in. Any closing remarks that you or Risa have?
Thank you for inviting us on your podcast, and
You bet.
thank you for everybody for supporting her.
You
Thank
bet.
you.
You bet. And Risa, again, Saterica, she was at work tonight. Her schedule changed, but she wants to come back. And she wants Kamaya to come back to sit down and you guys can talk with us again here in a couple months. We hope so for another kids edition. And I don't have any further questions or anything like that. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
So we're good. This would end our segment with you guys. And thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. And for the remaining of you guys which are out there, don't forget to tune in next Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. We have our special guest that night is Gogo Guyet, and she is a storyteller. She's a healer. She's an elder. And this is more for us seasoned folks, but of course we welcome all viewers and listeners. She's going to talk to us about how we can use storytelling to be able to run enterprises that or will enable us to leave a legacy on to our family members and everything. So making sure that you're tuning in next Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. back here from our Facebook page live, YouTube channel live, and Instagram live, and she's gonna, tell us, teach us how we can use storytelling to be able to empower ourselves so that we can have some thriving enterprises and organizations and businesses. So, without further ado, we'll see you guys next week. Risa, thank you again. Bye, Kamaya, and
You.
girl, bye.
Bye.
Bye.